Here are the 4 places I'd personally recommend this May for a buzzing city break that doesn't break the bank. As a holiday expert, I get asked for city break recommendations on a daily basis. But the thing about city breaks is, it's not one size fits all. It's all about timing. So I've looked at this May, and I've picked out somewhere cheap, somewhere hot, somewhere with something big on, and a wild card for good measure. In 4th, if you want cheap and you want easy, I've gone for Frankfurt. This is one of the city breaks that's cheap because people underestimate it. But once you're there, it's actually class for a short break. You've got Sachsenhausen, which is basically the old town full of old, traditional apple wine taverns. There's proper long wooden tables, locals everywhere, massive schnitzels. Then you've got the riverfront where everyone's out walking with a drink in the evening, especially in May when it hits between 19 to 21 degrees. And here's the deal I found. 3 nights at the Hotel Attache, mid-May flying from London, just £90 per person. That's flights and hotel included for under 100 quid. That's cheaper than a night out in London. In 3rd, if you want a city break and a tan, I've gone for Rome. It's a classic city break, but May is when Rome's at its best. You're looking at about 24 degrees most days, pushing even higher towards the end of the month, but still it's without the peak summer tourism. And the key to Rome for me is how you do it. Early mornings at the Trevi Fountain before it gets packed, then spend your afternoons around Trastevere. That's where you'll find proper little restaurants, not just the tourist traps. And I found a deal for 3 nights at the Vatican City Relay, flying from the East Midlands on the 10th of May for just £190 per person. So that's Rome when it's warm and buzzing for under 200 quid. In 2nd, if you want a city break with something going on, I've gone for Vienna, because this May, Vienna is hosting Eurovision. Now, if you do go during Eurovision week, prices jump up by about £100 per person. But if you go just after, like the deal you're about to see, everything drops back down price-wise, but the city's still buzzing from it. Everyone's still talking about it, the bars are still full, but to be honest, Vienna's a great city for a break anyway. You've got places like the Museum Quarter where everyone sits out for a drink in the evening, and places like Nashmark for food during the day. And the weather's ideal in May too, around 21 to 23 degrees. And I found a deal for 3 nights at Hotel Orangerie, with flights from London towards the end of May, just £185 per person. That's a bargain. And my 12 points go to Austria. And in 1st, I've gone for a real wild card. I've gone for Fez in Morocco. And when you see the deal I found, you'll understand why. But cost aside, Marrakesh in Morocco is absolutely flying at the moment. But if you fancy a Moroccan city break that's a little bit different and a little bit cheaper, I'd definitely give Fez a try. The Medina in Fez is one of the most intense, interesting places you'll ever go. There's no cars, there's just narrow alleyways, markets, and people absolutely everywhere. It's not an easy city break, no, but that's exactly why it's so good. And in May, it's perfect. You're looking at high 20s most days, pushing towards 30 degrees at the end of the month. So it's a city break with proper heat, but it's still manageable. Now just check out this deal I found. 3 nights at the Riyadh Meski, mid-May with flights from London, just £70 per person. That's flights and hotel for 70 quid. And 70 quid to go somewhere this cool is the kind of trip that you'll definitely remember. So there you go, 4 breaks I genuinely booked this May. 1 ridiculously cheap, 1 properly hot, 1 with something big going on, and 1 that's a wild card. All great value, all doing something slightly different.